shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. In water, my friend.
You are tuning into the Hustle and Grit Experience. I'm your host. My name is Prince Williams, the real Prince Williams, and I'm here to help you flow and grow. Expand your mind so you can live that hustle and grit lifestyle. Follow me at Instagram, Prince Williams, 2_. You can also find me at my YouTube channel, The Real Prince Williams. If you like this content, comment and share my episode to all of those that you think will benefit from this red pill knowledge. The title of this episode is called How to Be Like Water. In this episode, we're going to be discussing why is it important to practice adaptability in your lifestyle and how to be fluid like water. We're going to touch on the points. What does it mean to be shapeless? How do you go with the flow of life? And what is adaptability? So stay locked in and enjoy the discussion because we're going to go right into it. In the intro, you saw Bruce Lee speaking about being like water. Why is this important? What he's talking about is learning how to practice adaptability in our lives and let go of anything that doesn't serve us. In order to do that, there's a certain level of letting go and allowing yourself to flow or allowing yourself to be. We often get involved in things that hold us back. We tend to let our external situations affect our internal environments, which manifest negative things back into our lives. This, in fact, takes our positive thoughts that serve us and then transfers those thoughts into negative thoughts, which doesn't serve us at all. You can see how this is the start of many, many problems. Water seeks to find its own level, meaning that if you're not careful, you can manifest negative people, things, and circumstances into your life. You have to be careful about what you're thinking about. Be thinking about what you're thinking about. And I repeat that. Be thinking about what you're thinking about. Bruce Lee was also talking about how water can flow and water can also crash, meaning that water can build and water can also destroy. So we're at a crossroads here. We can choose which direction we want to go. Do we want to continue to build our lives in a positive manner, or do we want to crash and to destroy our lives, thinking negative and manifesting negative situations and thoughts into our lives? When you allow yourself to be or to become like water, you're actually allowing yourself to be in its most natural state. You're allowing yourself to be in its most natural state. Water in its most natural state is pure energy. Therefore, you in your most natural state are flowing within pure energy. And if you allow yourself to flow and grow, there's no limitations in where you can go or what you can do. Therefore, we have to kind of fashion our lives behind that same ideal. We have to be really careful about labels. We don't realize that we are not our labels. We can be more and we can do more. You are about pure energy. Energy needs to flow in order to grow. The first law of thermodynamics says energy is neither created nor destroyed. Energy is always expanding. The universe is always expanding. Since you are pure energy, you are always expanding. You are made of the very particles that water is made up of. Water is made of the particles from the universe. Can we agree that you have two invisible gases, oxygen and hydrogen, bonded by invisible particles that create a very visible reality, which we call water? The Earth's surface is made of 3/4 water. You are made up of 3/4 water. Every cell in your body functions via water. Without water, you cease to exist. That's why you have to be mindful of what you say and do, because your invisible reality or your invisible thoughts, positive or negative, can create a very visible reality. Is that starting to make sense? You have to be mindful of what you say and do, because the thoughts in the invisible can bring the visible to your reality. To allow yourself to flow is to be, and be is the action word of becoming. To become is the ultimate level of attainment for a man. Especially, do not be a non-participant in your development of becoming. When you practice these concepts, you are actually starting to become more adaptable, which circles back to my original thought about being adaptable and letting go what doesn't serve you. Being like water is coming into the self-awareness and having the ability to change in your thoughts and bring and take your life into your own hands. As you become more self-aware, you're held to a standard of the knowledge that you're receiving. So you're essentially becoming a vessel. So just like a vessel, when the vessel becomes full, it overflows. It gives of its contents. Therefore, so are you. As you become more of a vessel, you're responsible for the knowledge that you're receiving. As you receive more knowledge and become more self-aware, you're actually putting more into yourself so you can give more of yourself. Water becomes the cup. That's what Bruce Lee was saying. You put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. You can create any direction of your life that you want, but which do you choose? Do you choose life, or do you choose death? To create is to choose life. To choose death is to destroy. Many of us are on a path that only leads to destruction. We make decisions that only lead us to a path of a early death. Whether that death be literal, or whether that sometimes metaphorical, it leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Water can destroy anything that it comes up against. Again, Bruce Lee was saying water can flow or it can crash. You put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. Water is formless yet still. That concept alone is deep, and I'm going to leave that for another video. But think about that. Water is formless, but yet still. This is what makes us limitless and highly effective, to be able to flow and to create whatever we desire in our lives. But if we choose to destroy, or we choose to be negative and be on the path of destruction, it can cause us to be limited. So let's take the lessons what Bruce Lee was actually saying. And it's this: be limitless, be formless, be shapeless. Become like water and be water, my friend.
So in today's episode, we learned about what does it mean to be shapeless, how to go with the flow of life, and what is adaptability. So I want to thank you guys for listening to my content. Follow me at Instagram, Prince Williams 2_. You can also find me at my YouTube channel, The Real Prince Williams. Please share and then tune in for more of this weekly empowerment and motivation. Remember, I'm here to help you expand your mind so you can live a hustle and grit lifestyle. I want you to flow and grow. And until next time, I salute you.